Good morning. You're listening to X-Pulse AI Morning Mix. Today is Thursday, March 19th, 2026. We're leading with NVIDIA's next-gen rack-scale hardware, then what NVIDIA is pushing in digital health and drug discovery, and we'll close with a rapid tour through Google, OpenAI, and enterprise moves. Orion, you ready?
Ready. Let's do it.
Our lead, NVIDIA's hardware roadmap just got louder. What's the headline?
Tom's Hardware reported on March 17th that NVIDIA demoed a Rubin Ultra GPU tray design, positioned as the first AI accelerator pairing Rubin Ultra with 1 terabyte of HBM4E memory. They're aiming it at Kyber rack-scale systems, with a target of 144 GPU packages per rack.
1 terabyte on-package memory sounds slightly unhinged. What unlocks?
Bigger models and bigger context windows without constantly shuttling data. Memory bandwidth and capacity are the choke points for inference, retrieval, and multi-agent workloads. If you can keep more active state close to compute, you waste less time waiting on data, and your rack does more useful work per watt.
Kyber with 144 packages per rack. Who's that really for?
The usual suspects, hyperscalers, frontier labs, and anyone building internal AI factories at extreme scale. It also signals a packaging race. NVIDIA is telling the market, we're scaling the whole rack, not just the chip.
Staying with NVIDIA, this time on healthcare agents. What did they say?
In NVIDIA's own blog updates from GTC on March 18th, they highlighted Nemotron open models and the NeMo libraries, NeMo spelled N-E-M-O, as a foundation for digital health agents that run on organizations' own infrastructure. They named Hippocratic AI, Sword Health, and IQVIA building life sciences agents with NVIDIA.
When they say health agents, what jobs are we talking about?
Think intake and triage, patient support, care navigation, clinical documentation help, and internal operations, wrapped in guardrails and auditability. NVIDIA also referenced OpenEvidence and Verily integrating Nemotron for healthcare-focused agent experiences, which hints at more end-to-end productization, not just demos.
What's the real shift here, models or deployment style?
Deployment. They're emphasizing customization and on-prem or private cloud hosting because healthcare data governance is strict. It's basically bring the agent to the hospital's data, not the other way around. And yes, it's also NVIDIA making open models feel like a platform, not a side quest.
Third big one, drug discovery and virtual cells. What's new with BioNeMo?
NVIDIA's GTC blog updates on March 18th spotlighted BioNeMo, GPU-accelerated tools and models for genomics and single-cell workflows. They also called out new or expanded datasets from Basecamp Research and Tahoe Therapeutics, plus PerturbAI, unveiling a large in vivo CRISPR functional genomics atlas.
Translate that into what changes day to day for researchers.
Faster iteration loops. GPU pipelines can compress analysis timelines, so teams can run bigger experiments, test more hypotheses, and stitch together multi-omic signals at scale. The virtual cell framing is about simulating how cells respond to perturbations, not just cataloging them after the fact.
Is this mostly marketing, or are we at a real inflection point?
It's both, but the datasets are the tell. When vendors start bragging about data breadth and throughput, it usually means the bottleneck shifted from compute availability to how quickly you can produce and standardize training-grade biology.
Let's hit the rest, starting with the enterprise plumbing around NVIDIA. What stood out?
On March 17th, IT Pro reported Dell expanded its Dell AI Factory with NVIDIA, adding end-to-end services, data platform features, and new Rubin-based systems. Also March 17th, Tom's Hardware covered NVIDIA's BlueField-4 STX accelerated storage reference architecture, with vendors like Dell, HPE, IBM, NetApp, and Vast Data signing on.
On the product side, Google and OpenAI both pushed the assistant closer to your real life. What happened?
Android Central reported March 17th that Google is expanding personal intelligence to free-tier US users across AI mode in Search, the Gemini app, and Gemini in Chrome, opt-in connections to apps like Gmail and Photos. And TechRadar on March 17th said OpenAI's Instant Checkout lets you buy Etsy products inside ChatGPT, with Shopify expansion planned.
And finally, the business model chess moves. Who's circling what?
Axios reported March 17th that OpenAI and Anthropic are each talking with private equity about launching consulting-style enterprise arms. Think big implementations. Also, Tom's Guide on March 17th noted Anthropic is temporarily doubling Claude usage allowances outside peak hours for 2 weeks across Claude surfaces, including Cowork and Claude Code. Off-peak is the new happy hour.
All right, today felt like a single story told 3 ways. More memory per rack with Rubin Ultra, more agent packaging for regulated industries like healthcare, and more GPU-accelerated biology that turns data into iteration speed.
Yeah, and the connective tissue is infrastructure becoming the product. Storage, orchestration, on-prem deployment, and verticalized toolchains. The assistant isn't just answering questions anymore. It's being wired into transactions and operations.
If you know a coworker trying to keep up with all this, send them XPulse AI Morning Mix. One share helps more than you'd think. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you tomorrow.